So yesterday was a lovely day. Oh, by the way, good morning. It's Friday. It is, what kind of Friday is it? It's the 21st. Friday the 21st. I'm flying back tomorrow. So that's always good. I understand today we're going to the Baltimore Aquarium. I don't know exactly what time we're getting there. It'll be in the morning. It'll probably be sometime around 10 or 10:30. So if any of you stalkers, I noticed that people are diligently trying to out my sister, as if that's going to be some win. You can hold her hostage, guys, huh? What is it that you're planning on doing with that information? I may have mentioned that my sister is in the Navy and she is a firearms owner. They have the Mullen Law Base stickers everywhere and all that fun stuff. They have guns, they know how to shoot. Apparently they have a fat pit bull who is not on a leash. So what are you going to do with that information? Nothing. Bunch of pudwanks. Bunch of idiots in this community. And yes, I've seen them all week. It doesn't really matter to me. It has never mattered to me. Not that my sister doesn't matter to me, but I know the people in this community. Because they're a bunch of ass clowns. Those little ass hats behind the community who sit there with their little fingers on the webs like malevolent, menacing spiders trying to intimidate people. I've seen you. If I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna say it in public or private. I don't care. I outed myself because I saw. Well, first of all, it's because I was going to be an attorney for this motley gang at one point in time. And then I realized there was no money in it. And now, yes, I do have another job. I am an actual employee. My employer pays some of my taxes and all that fun stuff that employers do. No, I don't have a healthcare benefits through them, but my wife has excellent healthcare benefits through her work, so I don't need them. But yeah, this community seems to rely on threats and intimidation. Oh, but aren't you doing that with Earl, with News Now Rapist? I'm not threatening him. I'm saying it out in the open. I got an email from News Now Ashtray saying that he was going to tell my employer everything. Like I give two shits. That was like a week ago or so. I don't know. I mean, this community is toxic as hell. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not the toxic one in it. You might think I'm the toxic one because I'm saying things that you guys don't like to hear, but I'm not the toxic one. Pointing out that someone who is on sex offender registries, sex offender watch lists, someone whose name is already plastered up all over the internet as being a sex offender, saying that that person is in fact a sex offender is merely stating the obvious. The rest is open records request. Congratulations, you guys taught me that, specifically Teresa. Thank you very much again, Teresa, the queen of the open records requests. I don't like the law, I don't like this, I don't like that. Congratulations, you babies, grow up. Figure out how you're going to change it for once in your lives. Stand up, be adults. Take care of it. Do something. Out here on the East Coast, in DC, I've seen groups who are actually doing stuff. There was a Women's United. I have no idea what they stand for, but they were in DC with their little placards, and they were lobbying their members of Congress or the Senate or whoever they were doing. And you know what? Good for them. I probably don't agree with what they're advocating for. but good for them. I support their ability to do it. Ooh, deer. See deer running away down there? Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Fat dog. Oh, third deer. Fourth deer. Welcome to the country. Welcome to fat pit bulls who think they got more oompa than they do. Did you really stick your dog on those deer? Yeah, he was. Not only was he going to do it whether or not I told him to do it, but he's so fat. There was never, don't worry about it. You're mean. The people in this community. The people in this community are terrible, terrible people. I tell you what, like the more I get to know, I mean, some of you are really amazing people, but then there's this handful of just really terrible people. Epitomized by like Hemming and Earl. Just really terrible people. People you wouldn't invite over for Thanksgiving dinner. For various reasons. Hemming would eat all the turkey, Earl would rape it. I'm sure that was a soundbite. So thank you to the people who also cut clips of me out of context and make sound bites. I find those hilarious. So yeah, I've seen activist groups. I've also seen drug deals going on. But I've seen activist groups lobbying their government to get things changed. If you think something needs to be changed, instead of picking up your cell phone or a camera and putting it in random people's faces and being an asshole about it, how about you try, you know, the right way? I'm not against anybody filming. I just want to make that clear. But if your goal is to get laws changed, then try to change the laws. Getting arrested for being an asshole while you film isn't going to get a law changed. I'm not even terribly sure that anything that Ginger Snap does in the Fort Huachuca case is going to get anything changed. I hope it does. Oh hey, more mushrooms for Teresa. I don't know what they are. I'm sure she's going to tell me don't eat them. I'm not going to eat them, Teresa. Don't worry about it. Oh, yeller ones. I'm going to walk on somebody's property because this is the country. Yeller ones. And more brown ones out there, but I've walked in as far as I'm going to go. You're welcome, Teresa. She has a fascination with mushrooms. I don't know why. Mushrooms and open records. I'm sure the mushrooms make those open records seem so much more interesting because typically they're not. Still haven't heard back from Florida on Damon Thief Jones regarding his background as a law enforcement. I'm sure it's going to be just as stimulating as his Texas 9 months of experience, mostly with the cadets. That guy is a con artist and he's terrible at it. I can never truly tell if someone's just being stupid or if they're a troll, because it's a real fine line. It's a real fine line. You gotta kind of know the person to know if they're trolling or if they're just being stupid. But someone commented on one of the videos I made about the churches in DC. Someone commented on one of those. Oh, you know, I guess we know Satan's mad about Damon Jones doing Jesus's work. If you were a troll, that was an excellent troll. If you're retarded, well, there's no reaching you. But if you were a troll, that was a good troll. The altercation, not really altercation, the verbal exchange I had with the, I don't know if he was police or if he was a security guard. He had a gun on his hip, so, at the Supreme Court. It's just terribly sad that he doesn't know the difference between a sidewalk and a non-public forum. It's especially considering US v. Grace is entirely about the Supreme Court grounds that he is allowing people to practice their First Amendment freedom of speech on. I had gone up and I had done my little pictures as far as I was about to take, and I was walking back. It happened quick, so it's a little foggy in my head, but he said something, maybe to somebody, maybe to me, I don't really remember, but something about, you know, we allow you to express your free speech out there or something. And I was like, wait, you allow us to? And then, you know, the conversation happened the way it did. And no, nothing happened after I told him to suck it and walked off. But the reason why I stopped talking to him is, number one, I had people waiting on me. And I don't think they were interested in bailing me out. Because you can beat the charge, but you can't beat the ride, right? Oh, it's raining. So that's one reason why I terminated the encounter. The second reason I terminated the encounter was because I could, because I wasn't detained. And the third reason I terminated the encounter was because he wasn't willing to listen. I'm sure it would have made good drama, good fodder for the channel, but he showed no interest. I actually stated the specific, on point Supreme Court case that literally was, I mean, unlike, but I'm sure it's the other, auditors and people out there who say dumb things like, the Supreme Court said that I get to jerk off, and as long as it doesn't hit you in the eye, then it's not a crime. Or whatever they're claiming the Supreme Court said today. But I'm sure that colors his particular interest in listening to what the Supreme Court says, even if the person states the specific case. But he wasn't willing to listen, and I wasn't going to be able to reach him. So, who knows? Maybe he'll find my YouTube channel and figure out what a Grace sidewalk is. And yes, the grounds of the Supreme Court do go from street to street. Those sidewalks are actually a part of the Supreme Court grounds. However, they are indistinguishable from any other sidewalk anywhere else. And so the Supreme Court themselves said that those sidewalks are traditional public forums. So the statute that Congress passed prohibiting certain kinds of free speech on the grounds was unconstitutional because it included the traditional public forum areas of the sidewalk. So there you go. That's US v. Grace. So he was wrong. He was stupid. And you don't have to know a damn thing about the First Amendment or First Amendment freedoms to be a cop. Congratulations. But he sure was proud of the limits of his authority. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's really it. Had a great day yesterday. If you ever have a chance to go to Le Diplomat in Washington, D.C., this is the second time I've been there. It's been an amazing experience both times. Excellent food. Frog legs are only available in the winter. Don't know why, but they weren't available this year. Pretty sure they were available last year at this time, but who knows? Because I had them there, and they were amazing. I've had frog legs other places before, but not like this. And their foie gras was good. I actually preferred the foie gras at Carpe Vino in Auburn, because they did foie gras right. Now this La Diplomat did foie gras excellent, but Carpe Vino did it better. And then we had escargot. I never had escargot before, and I am not against eating snails. I don't really care. I had it, and it's garlic butter with a snail in there somewhere. Not a whole lot of snail, but you're basically tasting garlic butter. So I love garlic and I love butter, and I love garlic butter together. And so obviously it was good, but the snail didn't add anything to it or take anything away from it. It was just in there. It could have been a piece of chicken. It could have been anything in there in a big pool of butter and garlic. And so I wasn't terribly impressed by the escargot. I did, however, use quite a bit of bread sopping up the garlic butter from the little pools they came in, because it was garlic butter and it's delicious. But the snails, didn't really do anything for me. I had the Sauvignon, the guy who knows stuff about wines, recommend a lovely Bordeaux that went well with the steak au pois. The peppery steak matched the notes in the wine perfectly. And then we had the apple, I don't know, it's like an apple pie. I'm all fancy and shit. It's like an apple pie with ice cream, but it's the French version. Apple tartane, something like that. Really good. Had that last time, had it this time. It's still amazing. Highly recommend it. And I had, of course, a port, a lovely port with my dessert. As far as ports go, somebody turned me on to Graham's 6 Grapes port. It's not terrible expensive. It's about 20 bucks a bottle at Safeway, or at least on the left coast, it's in Safeway. About 20 bucks a bottle, sometimes a little less on sale. Really good port. Reasonably priced. And I mean, you know, like 20 bucks a bottle, I could buy like a wine for 8 bucks a bottle or whatever. But you don't drink a whole lot. Well, I guess you do you. But port isn't really meant to drink a whole lot at once. So a bottle of port, $20 bottle of port will last you a long time. You drink 2 glasses of wine, there's usually like, what, 4 or 5 in a bottle? There's a lot more than 4 or 5 drinks of port in a bottle. So, good stuff. Things moving in the trees. Welcome to the country. Speaking of welcome to the country, thanks for watching. Have a great day.